Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this red angry bird out of clay. So let's get started. Let's first make the head with our red. We're going to warm it up in our hands and then roll it into a ball. And we want it to be roundish but a little bit tapered up at the top and flat at the bottom. So we're just going to roll our Angry Bird's head into a ball like that, and then kind of taper it off towards the top. And I'm going to press down the belly to make it a little flat. So that's what it should look like, a little bell shape. And we're going to wipe our fingers because the red will get everywhere. Take the little bit of tan, warm it up, and this is for the bottom of the belly. Just going to roll it into a ball and then flatten it a little bit to add it to the bottom of our body. I'm just going to take a round marker and roll so it attaches to our bottom. Roll it out, and we want to flatten the bottom so he stands, and kind of taper the top so it looks like that. And that's what yours should look like, kind of bell-shaped, mushroom-like, pointed a little bit, not too much, the top of the head. So there's our Angry Bird so far. And let's get a little bit piece of red for the hair. And if you take too much or too little, just add or take away what you don't need. Make sure it's proportional to your head. And I'm going to fold it in half, like a V, like that, and then pressing it onto the top of his head. And let's kind of smooth it down so it attaches to the top of our head. Go around on all the sides. So there's the hair on our Angry Bird, and you can make it tip or tilt any way you want. It's up to you. I'm just going to leave it like this. And now let's add the beak. This is a mix of yellow and orange because my orange was too dark. And I'm going to take a small piece. Once again, make sure it's proportional to your Angry Bird's head. Roll it out into a ball and an oval, and taper the ends. Flatten it a little bit, and so this is what mine looks like, and I'm going to fold it in half to create the beak, to create that divided look for the beak, and kind of smush it. So there's my beak for my Angry Bird. I'm going to place it where the tan meets the red. And if you want your beak bigger, you can add more clay. So there's my Angry Bird so far with his beak, and now let's add his eyes. For the eyes, we're going to take some black, and we're going to put black first, and then white, and then black to make the surrounding for the eye. So roll the black little balls, or the black little clay pieces, into little balls, and you can probably just cut it in half. You don't need that much. We're going to make it completely flat. Take our white. This is the second layer. And again, it doesn't have to be that big. It has to be just big enough to fit inside the round black, making small circles. And let's put it on our face near our beak. So we're going to carefully take our eyes and place it on our head, and we can always readjust. Push it in sharp towards the center. So there's my Angry Bird's eyes, and we're going to add the black dot, and you can make it more perfect by just messing with it, but I'm just going to stop there. Take a tiny bit of black, get it into a ball, and add the dot onto our eye. And the closer you get to the edge, it makes him more angry. We're going to add the eyebrows. So there's my Angry Bird's eyes so far. Let's add the eyebrows. Rolling our ball into a thin snake. Cut some pieces out. And we want it to be even. Add it to our face. Make sure it's at an angle. Press it down once you have it in the right place. So there's our Angry Bird, making sure that everything is smooth out the way you like it. And let's add the tail. Going to roll our black into a ball and into a slight oval. Press it down a tiny bit, and we want it tapered, and cut it into 3 pieces, or slice it to separate our tail. So there's the tail. So get your tail onto your tool and attaching it to the back of your Angry Bird, making sure you don't touch the beak or anything. Carefully rolling the sides. Make sure it's centered, just roll around all the sides. So there's my Angry Bird. And before you stick them in the oven, make sure you like the way everything looks. and I'm going to bake him for 20 minutes at 250 degrees, and I'll come back when I'm done. So here's my red Angry Bird. I hope you like him. Thanks for watching.